What is up, everyone? My name is Joseph, and welcome to episode number 3 of From Hacked to Stacked. Now, if you don't know what this series is all about, go ahead and check out episode number 1. I'll link it in the top right of this screen right here. But just as a quick summary, my accounts were hacked, and although I didn't really lose too much on my accounts, I decided to simulate what it would have been like if I had lost my bank on my Ironman. And in reality, this is just really a rebuild series on a mid-level Ironman account. And this is episode number 3 of that. So if you were paying attention last episode, we were doing a little bit of gearing, and really that's what we've been doing the entire time, is just trying to prepare for Slayer. And unfortunately, where we left off last episode was preparing for BARROWS gloves. And you know what that means? Some top tier, quality, exciting quest content. So get ready for 10 minutes and 1 second of me just listing off the quests that I have done this week. Doesn't that sound exciting? What's that? Oh, it does? Oh, you guys just like hearing me talk? Oh, well, in that case, let's just get started. And today, number 7 of From Hacked to Stacked. So since these videos are really just stream summaries of what I do over on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Weiler, if you haven't heard me say it the 7,000 times that I've advertised on these videos, and since I've been doing quests on stream, the content per day will be a little bit short, but I'll see what I can do to make it a little bit exciting for you. And I do have an announcement towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. And I'm not just blowing smoke out your ass. I actually have something to say. So we started off day number 7 by doing Heroes Quest, and I know, looking at these stats, you're thinking, you haven't done Heroes Quest yet on an account that's level 90? Are you fucking dumbass? Answer to that, 100% yes, but no, I have not done Heroes Quest. So I went ahead, completed Heroes Quest as the first quest of the week. And after completing Heroes Quest, we were able to pick up a dragon BATTLEAXE, which in and of itself is not super great, but it does kind of simulate a super strength potion for us, which will be very helpful during Slayer. So that was really a nice pickup to get. It did drain quite a bit of our cash stack, but we are generating some money by AFKing blue dragons, so it wasn't too big of a hit. So after Heroes Quest was completed, I wanted to kind of just prepare for the Legends Quest, and I know you don't need to complete the Legends Quest in order to do Recipe for Disaster. You only need to start it, but I figured just finishing the rest of the quest would just be good for us. There's a lot of unlocks that it will kind of give us access to, and overall, might as well just bite the bullet and get it done now rather than down the road. So I went ahead and started preparing for Legends Quest, and one of the first things I needed to do was get the skill requirements, primarily 45 herb lore. So instead of just killing aberrant specters or just trying to get herbs another way, I decided to just go ahead and do Edgar's Ruse. So we did that, got the herb level that we needed for Legends Quest, and we did get the extra gout-weeds. I know you were wondering, and I want to shout out my boy J Ghost for reminding me to get the extra 2. Originally, I had just gotten one, or I'd gotten one extra one for the quest that you need it for, but I did completely forget about Dragon Slayer 2. So we got 2 extras, and we're prepared for the future, so future Joseph will not be upset with me. He might be disappointed in my current life choices, but that's beside the point. Anyways, so to continue or to finalize our preparation for the Legends Quest, the only other thing I needed was a rune axe. So I went back to Tree Spirits, and we got it on our first kill, which was nice. We didn't have to spend too long just grinding it out, but we did spend 30 minutes the other day trying to get one, so just getting it on our first kill today was kind of just a slap in the face. But overall, it was nice to get that on the very first kill. And that really wrapped up our preparation for Legends Quest, which set us up for day number 8. And I bet you will never guess what we did on day number 8. And that's right. We did a clue scroll, actually. The first thing that we did on day 8 was complete a clue scroll that I'd gotten from Blue Dragons. And the only thing I really need from clue scrolls at this point is just black dragon hide armor. So that was really what we were aimed for. And luckily, we didn't get it. I am kidding. Guys, you think I would show you a piece of content that isn't extremely relevant, not because I'm just too lazy to record and commentate over everything I've done, but mainly because I just want to show you the exact highlights of what you're looking for in the series. No, we got that shit. So we got our black dragon hide top, and now we're kind of done with clue scrolls for a long time because I don't need the chaps right now. It is kind of nice to do it for the chance of getting maybe Blessed D'hide or even Blessed D'hide boots, but we don't inherently need them right now, so I'm not as pressed to do clue scrolls when I have them, since we do have the black dragonhide top. So we got that done first thing, day number 8, and then we went on to start and complete the Legends quest. So that was kind of nice to get out of the way. That did pretty much take up the entire stream day. And there's really not much else to say about day number 8, but we did manage to get the Legends quest finished, and that was really the last long quest that we needed for Recipe for Disaster. So I thought, you know, it was all downhill from here. We just have to grind out a few quest points. It'll be easy. There's no more hard or long quests to do, and boy, was I wrong. All right, so before I get into the excruciating and painful process of outlining the quests that I had to do in order to get the quest point requirement of 175 for Recipe for Disaster, the one thing that I did want to note is that I did do a fire cape test on my main. So what I did was I tried my best to brew my stats down and keep my HP level at a range that my Ironman would be at, just to kind of see how long it would take, how many supplies I would need, and just to kind of get a general feel for how it's going to be. So I did actually do that on day number 9 and on Friday's stream day. And that went very well. I got a very good idea of what I'll need to bring and what I'll need to kind of expect in the fight caves. And it was very long. It was like an 80-minute fight caves, but it was fun, and it was a nice change of pace. So now we are fully prepared, at least mentally, for the fight caves when we get there. Now we just need a few pieces of gear. And just as kind of a summary, this is the inventory and setup that I kind of went in with. And the only things that I was kind of unsure on was if the food would be enough, if I'd need more prayer potions, what have you. And really, I got a really good idea of what I'll need. I was also testing out Ancients to see if it'd be worth it, and I decided it would not be in the slightest. So now I have a pretty solid idea of what I'm going to go in there with in terms of inventory and loadout. So that was very helpful, actually. It was not just a waste of time. But speaking of wastes of time, let's go over all the quests I had to do in order to get the 175 quest point requirement. Those quests are a One Small Favor, Murder Mystery, King's Ransom, the 7 parts of Recipe for Disaster that I hadn't done yet, Sheep Herder, Imp Catcher, Haziel Cult, Monk's Friends, and possibly a lot more. I usually try to block out situations in my life that just weren't good experiences and devolved me as a person instead of improved me. So there's probably a few more that I forgot to list, but that doesn't matter. Who fucking cares? I got the quests done. I got the 175 quest points, and I was really set and ready to go for completing Recipe for Disaster. Now, I know I did a lot of these off stream. You might be thinking, hey, you didn't do this all on day number 9. There's no way you're efficient enough to do that many quests in 3 hours. And you're right. I did a lot of these off stream because I didn't want to put those who watch my stream through the same torture that I had to endure actually doing the quests, and watching them is probably just as boring. So I didn't want to have to put everyone through that. So I did a lot of these off stream just to get to the point where we could get 175 quest points, which we did. We finally did, and that led us up to the last part of Recipe for Disaster, which was so easy and so satisfying to get done. And we went ahead and bought our BARROWS gloves, and now we're ready to move on to the next step of our progression, and that's where I wanted to really announce something or talk about something. So I want to take this account in a very structured way. I want to follow the exact plan that I had in mind, and the next step of my plan is to grind out BARROWS. But I don't want to grind out BARROWS until I have a few prerequisites out of the way, primarily 80 magic. And honestly, I thought I would have it by now, but I don't. I get magic levels by AFKing blue dragons in order to not only get the bones and the magic XP, but the hides are a good source of money, and there's not a lot of AFK things that I really want to do on this account, so this is a good option for me. And it's free magic XP technically. I'm making profit while doing it, and it's just my AFK time. However, in the past few weeks, I've just not had the time to AFK, not the amount of time that I thought I would have. So I'm very behind on the magic level front, and I don't want to do BARROWS without it. And I don't want to go on to the next step of my plans without doing the BARROWS grind. So this is where a little change of focus is going to come into play. Now, I put a poll on the last video that talked about or asked you guys what kind of content you want to see. And the 2 top options were Ultimate Ironman and content on my main. Now, I don't want to do the Ultimate Ironman until I have some things in real life situated and settled out. Just a lot of busy things in my life right now. And until those are done, I don't want to start a new account. But what I will do is plan my main a little bit more, and I think you guys will like the type of content that I'm producing, and primarily one bossing series that I'm going to call Bossing Till Broke, and I have a little sneak peek, a little snippet for you guys if you want to take a look. didn't that just whet your appetite for what's to come? Wasn't that just so good? I'm assuming. I haven't actually made it yet at the time of recording this, but I'm going to assume. I have faith in myself to at least make a 5-second clip look somewhat decent. But that is the series to come, and the general premise of that series is I will be spending my bank on gear, and then whatever money I have left over, just dumping that into supplies and seeing what kind of tab we can get, what kind of loot tab we can get from spending that much in supplies. So I'll iron it out more in the future, but for example, Vorkath will be the first episode, so we'll take maybe 10 mil cash, dump that into supplies, and see what kind of Vorkath tab we can get from 10 mil of supplies. And what this series will let me do is just take off nights for my Ironman if I don't feel like grinding something out, or if I have AFK stuff I need to do in my Ironman, which is what's happening now, I can stream my main. I can still make content in an organized way, in a pre-planned way on my main. So that's kind of the plan right now. And this series will be starting on stream. I believe this video is going to upload on Friday. So probably right now I might be live. If you're watching this right when it uploads, I'll be live with this Vorkath content. So I hope you guys are excited for it, and I hope it's something that interests you. But yeah, if you want to follow that, I will be doing that probably at least once a week, maybe twice a week for now while I get this 80 magic on my Ironman. But head over to my stream, twitch.tv/Wylor, and just come chill out. You know, I love just talking to you guys and just chilling out. So if you want to watch this main boss content, then go head on over. But that is all I have for the Ironman progress for this video. Like I said, the progress will slow down for the next week or so while I'm trying to get 80 magic so I can start the barrows grind rather than just sidetracking to different goals. I want to focus on what my main original goals were. So that's kind of the plan from here on out, but expect some main content or a video about my main, about this Vorkath loot tab within the next week, hopefully. But that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. And I just want to say thank you one more time for the 10,000 subscribers, guys. It's a huge milestone for me, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content, and I hope you enjoy the content that is to come. But again, that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see you next time.